What's up, Ranger Nation? It is your boy JB, and we are here this morning for the episode review of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. This is episode 17. Fossil Frenzy is the name of the episode. Man, you guys, we are literally almost done with Beast Morphers. We are 20 episodes, and we're almost there. We're at 17, and we're almost to 20. I'm not yet ready to say goodbye to this team of Rangers, this cast, this show. I've enjoyed Beast Morphers immensely, but you know, we got to get ready for Dino Fury. But again, not really ready to say goodbye to the team. All right, you guys. So there is a channel that I want to plug, and it's going to be in the description bar as well. And there's a video for it. The channel is Real Geek Nerdy. This is, you know, a guy that I went to school with. His videos are, I watch his videos. I love video games. If you guys love video games, I was highly suggest you guys go check out the channel. Really fun. Again, Real Geek Nerdy in the description bar. Click on the link, go over to the channel, subscribe, you guys. Subscribe. That's all I can say to you guys. But without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and do what we came here for. And that is to talk about what? Power Rangers Beast Morphers. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. So the episode opens. We see the Rangers there in the Riptide gym, and it looks like they're, you know, training or sparring, I guess. So, you know, they're doing that, and then we finally meet Zoe's brother. His name is Mike. Interesting. His name is Mike, kind of like Leo's brother from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Mike. So Mike has found this fossil of a dinosaur. I guess it's a dinosaur that had never been found. Thought that was, now I did find it a little interesting that this episode was dealing with the dinosaur, and we're getting ready to go into another dinosaur themed series. I know that there was probably no connection with that, but I just thought it was pretty cool. So, you know, he wants to have this fossil, you know, analyzed to see if there's any DNA on it. So Zoe's like, oh, well, you know, although I'm just a laundry girl, let me take a look at it. You know, I know someone that works in the lab at Grid Battle Force, and maybe I can get some, you know, help from that. And he's like, okay, cool. Here you go. Now, over in this crystal dimension, we see Evox. Evox is getting, you know, re-energized with the Morphex energy that Blaze stole in last week's episode. And once he, you know, finishes the transfusion of the Morphex energy, Evox goes off on both Roxy and Scrozzle, telling them that they need to be more like Blaze. I'm like, I don't know if you want them to be more like Blaze, because Blaze stole some of your Morphex energy. That's why Blaze was able to do what he did in last week's episode. But that's neither here nor there. And I was like, I wonder if Roxy's going to put two and two together. We shall see. So yeah, let's keep going, I guess. Sure. Yeah. So then we move back over to Grid Battle Force. Now, in Grid Battle Force, you guys remember, I said that Mike gave Zoe the fossil so that she can run tests on it to see if there's any DNA on it. So Zoe goes to the lab where Nate is, and she's talking to Nate, but Nate is also working on something, as you know, and he tells her, you know, just grab something. There was something that was in an orange bottle that she needed to grab. So she went into there and she grabbed. Now, I don't know if Zoe just saw the orange in that bottle and just assumed that bottle was orange, or she just wasn't listening to Nate, because Nate clearly said the bottle is orange, not the contents itself is orange. And then she pulled it, and she didn't even look at it, because if she had turned it around, she would have saw that it said acid on it. So, you know, she grabbed the acid, and she has this little thing that she pours it into, and much like with acid, it starts to eat through it. And, you know, Zoe is looking at like, what's going on? And Nate tells her, like, this is acid. And I mean, I've never saw acid do that before, because acid eats through, if I'm not mistaken, right? Acid eats through shit. But this acid is like, Like if you spill some soda on some soda, a juice, water, that's how that acid was moving, and it ended up eating up. Which that's what happened when the acid touched the fossil. It ate the fossil up. So that's why I was confused. Like I thought acid. Okay, but nonetheless, the acid ate up Mike's fossil, and now Mike doesn't have a fossil anymore. So then we do see Zoe. So Zoe goes to meet up with Mike at the Riptide gym, and she tells him, there was a little bit of an accident in the lab, and yeah, your fossil no longer exists. So that scholarship that you kind of wanted, you're not going to be able to get it. And Mike was cool with it. He was like, he just had to apply again next year. So Zoe is down on herself, and Robbie comes in, and she said she needs to go somewhere, and Robbie's like, well, how about I come with you? She says no, that's something that she has to do on her own. We're gonna pause here and keep moving. All right, you guys, and then let's talk about in the crystal dimension. So Roxy returns to the crystal dimension, and she has this paper in her hand, and the paper is talking about Mike finding, the I guess the dinosaur that Mike found. I don't know if it's something that's never been found before. That was what was kind of throwing me off just a little bit. I'm guessing this is a new species of dinosaur that has never been found. So she wants his help. She wants Scrozzle's help to find, what area it was in. She wants him to scan. So when he did the scan, he didn't pick up anything at first, but then he eventually picked up Zoe's wrist comm, and she's like, ha! So I'm not the only person that's looking for it. So then we see Ravi. Ravi goes to the lab where Steele, Nate, and Devin are, and they're talking about the paper. They're looking at the paper as well, and they're talking about how her brother went to the top of that mountain. I guess it's a dangerous mountain to go up, so they're talking about that, and that's when Ravi's like, "Oh no, I didn't think that she was going there." So they put two and two together where she's going, and then actually while they were in the reason that they were in the lab is because Nate was giving Jax an update. So once he finished the update, Jax was like, "How about we get the the chopper Zord and we go find her." So then we see Zoe. So Zoe has made it to the top of the mountain. Now before she made it up the mountain, her wrist comm was destroyed. I don't know. I think a rock hit her wrist comm. So when she finally makes it up there, she goes to the archaeological site, and she breaks off a piece of the fossil, so she can take it back, for it to be analyzed. So she gets the fossil. Well, actually, she didn't even get the fossil because Roxy came up, blasted her. So then she's face to face with Roxy, but the others show up to save her, and they have a wrist comm for her. She morphs, and Roxy calls on the Tronics, and so excuse me, y'all. So the Rangers battle the Tronics and Roxy, but Roxy ends up leaving because when she got there, she had already scanned the the fossil and got his DNA, so she got what she wanted. She let the Tronics battle with the Rangers, and when she got what she wanted, after she realized she got what she wanted, she was like, "Peace out to you guys. I'm out of here." So I'm gonna pause right here for just a second. All right, you guys, and then this is gonna be us wrapping the episode up. So we see Roxy. So Roxy returns back to the crystal dimension, and she has the dinosaur DNA. And Evox was actually getting more fixed energy infused into him. So Roxy was like, Scrozzle, you know what to do. So Roxy enters the regenerator, and it powers her up. She already has her plant DNA, and now she has this dinosaur DNA, which really powers her up. But in the process of doing so, getting powered up with this dinosaur DNA, she actually takes out the regenerator, and Scrozzle is like, I'm not gonna be able to put that back together. And she's like, oh, who cares, Scrozzle? And Blaze is like, well, I care for one. If the Rangers defeat us again, he can't bring us back. She's like, I'm not worried about the Rangers. If you are, that's on you. So we see both Blaze and Roxy, they go to, fight the Rangers. And so we also see Zoe. So Zoe went and met up with Mike. And she gives Mike the fossil, and then she gives him the DNA results of the said dinosaur. But then, after she gives him the DNA results, she gets her wrist comm goes off, and that's when the Rangers go into battle with Robo Blaze and Robo Roxy. So the Rangers meet up where they are, and they split up. So Devin is battling with Blaze, and Nate, Steel, Robbie, and Zoe, they're battling with Robo Roxy. Now Robo Roxy, however, normally it's kind of easy for the Rangers to defeat her, but this time with this new power up mode, Robo Roxy is actually giving the Rangers the business, and then she grew, and I was like, oh wow, she grew. So then the Rangers called on the Megazord, and I was looking at that combination. I'm like, have we ever saw this combination before? I don't think we have. We may have. Let me know in the comment section, you guys. I don't think we saw that combination before. But the Rangers do eventually destroy Robo Roxy. And you guys remember I said that Blaze was fighting with Devin. So Scrozzle came in upset, like, you didn't try to protect her. Now, Scrozzle, what was the man supposed to do when he's battling with this Ranger and she's battling with those? Was he supposed to tell her, no, don't grow, don't do this? And Devin, finds out, hey, he can't bring anybody back anymore. So that is it for Robo Roxy and Robo Blaze. Well, for sure Robo Roxy. But if they destroy Robo Blaze, it's donezo for him. So then, we see the Rangers. They're at the Riptide Gym. Mike comes in, tells Zoe he got the scholarship for her to never do that again. And, it's so funny. In last week's episode, I think this might have been last week's episode or the week before. I know it was one episode where I was talking about, the fact that they don't utilize the Beast Bots, barely utilize the human Blaze and human Roxy, and they definitely did not use those well, that's when it was, the episode when Robbie overheated. We hadn't saw that in a while. We haven't saw Robbie overheat in a while. We hadn't saw, Zoe lose her energy and have to eat a carrot. And we have not saw Devin and the dog situation. But at the end of the episode, because I haven't even mentioned the fact that Ben and Betty had a dog named Pickles that was running loose in the Riptide Gym. And so Ben and Betty came back to the gym with him in the cage, and they thought he was secure in that cage, but somehow the dog opened the cage, got out, stole Devin's hot dog, which Devin froze. And, Devin told them he stole the hot dog. They were like, he wouldn't steal a hot dog. And then they look in the cage. There he is with the hot dog with ketchup. And then he turns the ketchup on them and squirts them. And that was actually where the episode ended, you guys. But that's actually it for this week's episode. Like I said, we're almost there. I don't even know what Evox's master plan is. I wonder if we'll find out in next week's episode what Evox's plan is to, take over the morphing grid. But you guys, as always, be sure to like this video, leave your comments in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware when I drop anything else, share this video, and until the next one, you guys do me a solid favor. Stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance. And also, you guys, go check out my buddy's YouTube page, Real Geek Nerdy. In the comments, it's in the description bar. Click it down there, go over there and subscribe. And until next week, you guys, I will see you guys later. Bye.